bad is it's something called phase separation, where the ethanol is actually heavier and goes to the bottom of the tank. So now your vehicle, whether it's running on E10, which is at every gas station now, which is mandatory, or E15, which they'd love to shove down our throats, and I'll tell you what happens is it starts off with the separation. Your gas tank is now drawing just the ethanol, so it destroys fuel systems. And I have proof because I've talked to companies that manufacture fuel lines. They've got brand new vehicles with rotted out fuel systems, and they have to produce product that they shouldn't be. Emission system, and then when the ethanol is gone, the gasoline is being drawn. Here's the interesting part. It's made 3 octane levels lower. And what that means is 87 octane is really 84 octane, and that damages your engine because it detonates. These are really serious factors, and I really wish that before they think so short-sightedly, they look at what the big picture is.
This is very confusing. I mean, I've covered this industry for a long time, and I still, when we were looking at this story in the meeting, was like, what is the difference between E85 and E15? I don't understand these different fuels that are out there. And I'm somebody who follows this, so I can't imagine for the average person that's pulling into their gas station and they see these things. So tell me, E85 is a blend that is only used in flex fuel vehicles, right?
Exactly. So if you have a flex fuel vehicle, no matter what manufacturer you purchased it from, E85 is totally fine. You can run E15.
You can.
Right. You can run E15, which is 15% ethanol, or E85, which is 85% ethanol with only 15% gasoline. But that's fine for the few flex fuel cars that are out there. For everything else, including these manufacturers that say, you know what, you use it, you void our warranty, it's really important to know that it actually will damage your vehicle, and they know it. It actually destroys gaskets, too, because of the corrosiveness of ethanol on its own. So when you're looking at gas and you're thinking, well, I'll save a few pennies, I'll buy the E15, in reality, it's going to cost you hundreds, possibly thousands of dollars down the road, because you're going to have to pay for those repairs. No one's going to cover that.
And you can't blame this on evil people who hate the environment. I mean, this is AAA out there issuing this warning. I mean, you can't say that this is a conspiracy of some type against farmers, against the fuel industry, whatever it is. It's AAA has come out. Now, what is the EPA's response to all this at this time?
Well, the EPA claims that they've done all this testing and that it's impossible to do years of testing in months. They said they've done all this testing and they claim there's no difference. Well, here's the other difference that's going to affect your pocketbook, because the truth is AAA is trying to help people. And I don't work for AAA. Actually, I work for AOL Autos. So, I mean, we're totally opposing to each other. But the fact is that when you're looking at the cost of what it costs you, there's less than 1/3 energy per gallon of gasoline that has ethanol in it than regular gasoline that didn't have ethanol in it. So what does that mean to you? You're filling up at the pump more often. It's costing you the same amount of money, and you get to pay the damages that happen to your engine.
No, it's really true. And if you look at AAA's website, they do normalize for how many miles you're actually going to get out of the gas. So you can see what it really costs, because it's deceptive when you see it up there. When you're pulling into the gas station, the price per gallon, it doesn't get you the same distance. So that's not a fair comparison. And they try and say it's cheaper. Thank you so much for coming on and debunking a lot of these myths. Really important information for people who might accidentally void their warranty and wreck their car. It's crazy. Thank you.
Ethanol produces fewer emissions, but has lower BTUs, which means it produces less power and fewer miles per gallon. Ethanol holds up to 50% more moisture than gasoline, which may cause phase separation, as ethanol and water separate from gasoline and settle in the bottom of the tank. Moisture in the gas tank may cause fuel system corrosion and poor cold weather starting. Ethanol is a mildly acidic molecule, which further accelerates the corrosion process of metal components. Phase-separated ethanol must be manually removed from the vehicle's fuel tank through a costly evacuation process. The BG Ethanol Fuel System Defender service includes a cleaner, BG Ethanol Fuel System Defender, part number 213, and a dryer, BG Ethanol Fuel System Dryer, part number 281. For corrosion protection at each fill-up, BG Ethanol Corrosion Preventer, part number 212, will restrict fuel oxidation, gums, and varnish, and protect metal components from corrosion. Today's engines have a defense against ethanol corrosion with the BG Ethanol Fuel System Defender service from BG Products Incorporated.
Wheel alignment errors can cause 3 basic problems on your car: irregular tire wear, handling problems, and a crooked steering wheel. A common indicator of misalignment is excessive shoulder wear on a tire. This type of irregular wear is often caused by errors in camber or toe. Camber, which is the inward or outward